Students need to know that we care about them, that it's not just our job to teach, but most importantly, that we're here for them. Regardless of if we're busy or not, as teachers, we need to put everything aside and really pay attention to their needs, to their personal needs first. And it's really important for us to make those relationships since day one.
I just think there's a commitment to growth and to learning more about how to be more effective and better educators. And so not only like in terms of teachers themselves, but like us as leaders, right? So learning how to be willing to say there's more to know and more to learn. And I can always be better, right? Because at the end of the day, it's our ultimate goal, or like the vision for our campus, is excellence for students, right? Student progress, student success. And we can only get there if we're all getting there together.
So just as HISD and Wilson instill a heart for people within its staff and teachers, I make sure to do the same thing within my classrooms. It's important that they're taking ownership of their own learning and they're working as a team, because that's what they're going to need in the real world. They need to know how to work with people, and since we came out of that COVID year where they were basically at home for a whole year, most of them, they really don't know how to, or they didn't know at the beginning of the year, how to interact with one another, how to have conversations, how to share things, they didn't know a lot of that. So it's important that they're getting the skills that they need in my classroom, so that not only can they succeed in school, but in the real world as well.
If I see that a student is struggling at a particular lesson that I'm teaching or that I'm doing, I try to conference with them right away, so that I see, or that I basically learn what it was for my lesson that they were struggling with. And then that's when I conference with them. That's when I get to see if it's something that has to do with the academics, or if it's something that goes beyond that. And again, that's conferencing with the students gives me the opportunity to really get to know them more on a personal level, which that's why I think is really important for teachers to take that time to meet with their students on a daily basis, if possible.
The Aztec store is basically a room in the office where people come when the teachers decide that they have enough money to buy more than they want. They go to the Aztec dollar store. They choose, like, they have to do the math and say, oh, I want this. Do I have enough money to buy this? And they just go and pick out toys, and basically. And the Aztec dollars are earned by following the directions, and when teachers notice, like, hey, you're being good, here's some Aztec dollars.
I think the leadership wheel and these, the definition of these of what a leader should be, and the specificity that the district has taken the time to hammer out, has really given us the guide. And it's not to say that as leaders we weren't doing some of these things before, but it's really given us a very clear guide as to what we should be doing and what we need to be doing to ensure that we're moving that needle, right? And that not only are we looking at numbers, but we're looking at people. And we are looking at the capabilities and the capacities of these people. And we're meeting them where they need us to meet them, again, in consideration of the whole versus this one piece, right? So I just think the specificity is definitely appreciated for myself, at least, because this is my 8th year as an administrator, and I think this is probably the first year that I can say I know exactly what's expected of me. I know exactly what I need to be doing to be that servant leader, to be that leader that's here to build capacity, so that at the end of the day, our kids are growing and they're moving forward.